Hi everyone, I'm back. Section 5.2, solving inequalities. Last time we were working on the number line, graphing greater than, less than. Now we're going to put it into the fact of solving for a variable. So before we'd say x is greater than 3, we graph it. Now we're going to take something like this, x plus 3 is greater than 8. We need to be able to solve for x. For number 1 in your notes. So make sure you're taking this down in your notes. And I'm going to go through just the top half there, including an important rule. So, number 1, x plus 3 is greater than 8. So, solve it just like a regular equation. And for right now on these, everything stays the same. Nothing changes. Minus 3 because we're balancing. X is left greater than 5. So now we've solved it. We want to graph it too, so we're going to get a little bit more practice graphing on this. Put our 5. X is greater than 5. Remember, open circle and everything that way. This one is x plus 3, so we're subtracting. This one's the opposite. We're going to add 7 to both sides. X is less than or equal to negative 1. Nothing changes with the sign. Everything with the sign changes. Sometimes students and teachers get confused and we'll call it an equals because everything is the same as an equation that we've been doing the whole first part of the year. So x is less than or equal to negative 1. Get our graphing practice in. There we go. X is less than or equal to. It means we got to shade in the circle and we're going that way. All right? So there, 1 and 2, they deal with addition, they deal with subtraction, just doing the opposite. Didn't know if you guys liking the hoodie look today. Number 3. (3x) is greater than or equal to 18 for number 3. I'll write number 4 since I'm here. X divided by 4 is less than negative 3. That's still able to stay on the screen there, yeah. Okay. Everything is the same as we did the first part of the year. This is multiplication. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. X is greater than or equal to 6. Quick graph. There's our 6. Greater than or equal to, closed circle. Everything's going that way. X divided by 4. I'll use the orange just to show that we are multiplying both sides by 4. Those cancel out. We've multiplied. It was divided by 4, so we multiply both sides by 4. X is less than negative, almost made one of the mistakes you guys make a lot. Negative 3 times 4, negative 12. Quick graph. 0, negative 12. Open circle, and that way. All right, really, those are the 4 operations I've given you. Add, subtract, multiply, and divide. You're doing the opposite operation. You're solving like you would for an equation. Everything is the same. So really, this should be a review. Now, 5 and 6, everybody, are going to be the important ones. 5. Negative 5x greater than 20. X over negative 2 less than or equal to negative 6. That on there, all right? Yep. All right. You started doing the same thing. Divide by negative 5, divide by negative 5. Those cancel. Negative 5 divided by negative 5 is 1. X will be there. 20 divided by negative 5. Remember your negative rules, you will get negative 4. Here's the important thing, everybody. This is it. When you divide or multiply by a negative number, you have to change the sign. So it becomes greater than. That's really important. Right there. So x is less than negative 4. Open circle that way. Same here. Divided by negative 2 times negative 2. The rule is when you divide by negative 5, divide by a negative number, multiply by a negative number. Divide or multiply by a negative number, change the sign. Those cancel. X. Negative 6 times negative 2 is positive 12. Change this sign, greater than or equal to. That's really important right here. Right there. The quick graph, 0, 12, greater than or equal to, that way. The rule. Multiply, divide by a negative number. Underline, underline. Comma. Change or flip the inequality. That's the rule. You can pause it. If you need to write through it again, feel free to pause it. But that's going to be important. I promise you, any quizzes and tests, those are on there because people want to make sure, we want to make sure that you have that rule down. Okay? One last thing. I want to go back to number 1. Check number 1 out again, where it was this. There's number 1. I am subtracting 3, subtracting 3. We do not make a change of sign or flip the sign with a subtraction of 3. Remember, it's multiply or divide. So for number 1, it's just subtraction. Everything stays the same. X is greater than 5. That's what you did on number 1. So please remember, it's multiply and divide as that special rule, change the sign. I do want to talk a little bit about number 4 too. X over 4. Less than negative 3. Okay? When we divide by 4, so we're going to multiply by 4. By 4. This is negative. Even though that's negative, don't change the sign. So it'll be x is greater than negative 12. Thanks for enjoying the hoodie tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the inequalities lesson.